So I'm in a tent right now. I'm in my little hostel tent vibe. It's amazing. Okay. What have I learned so far? How is solo traveling going? What have I learned? What am I acclimating to? What am I understanding? What's the deeper understanding of all life and meaning and the purpose of all this? All right. It's official. It's official. It's been amazing. I feel like I highly recommend now at home, wherever you are, practice self-love, practice being okay being alone, practice whatever your heart's really calling you to do, because girl, boy, human, when you get out here and you start to solo travel or you start to do something daring for yourself and it just happens for you, and you take the actions, and then you also let like the divine, the creator, something greater to guide you through this simulation like energy. Yeah, we get the point. When you start to actually take a step towards your life, it's crazy that like how well it works out. Not only that, you get to actually see how well you've been practicing at home. And you get to still see your flaws and things you still got to work on, you know, little by little, and not actually flaws, but, you know, just aspects of us that we still need to honor and love and learn. Hell yeah. But let me tell you, being out here has absolutely shown me how much more capable that I am, more than I realized. I'm solo traveling. It's amazing. It's fabulous. I am honoring my masculine. I'm honoring like the go, the action, the planning, as well as the relaxing, just being where I'm at, being comfortable where I'm at, allowing the flow, allowing, you know, friends to pop in and out of my life, you know, around here, just floaters as well. And it's been really transformative. It really has been. And the greatest thing is like trusting my inner guidance system, trusting my intuition. And that's been really fun. Like turning my GPS off. Like I landed in a place, okay? Then you turn your GPS off. You don't know what like cafe you're gonna go to. You don't know what restaurant you're gonna go to. You have it if you need it, but you just trust your guidance system of just saying like, oh, it's kind of telling me to go right or left or straight or go down this road or turn around and go that way now. And then it's just so cool how the craziest, most beautiful synchronicities and the people that I've met have come from and through those experiences. Yeah, it's been amazing. It's been so cool. The coolest one was I was walking down the street in Old Phuket, and it's just like this little like market area. And so I'm walking down the street, and then my intuition says, go, go, go. So I go, and then I find this one necklace. And for me, it's a symbol of, because everything has to have a meaning, and, you know, I just like that. It just makes it nicer. Ooh, it's behind. It's this fella right here. And this just is a symbol to me of just like honoring all directions, knowing that my intuition's connected to all direction, all forms, all spaces. And I can trust that. I can trust my inner light, inner guidance system. I know I keep saying that, but you know, the God within us, whatever. You don't have to put a name to it exactly. It's not really the point. The point is that there's something in you that's calling you to a certain place or to a certain action or to a certain life, and you gotta trust that no matter what. And so anyway, walking down the street, okay, so now it pulls me to this, and then the booth, I see this, I'm like, that's the one. So I buy it, whatever. Then it says, like, my intuition's like, okay, turn around, that's it, that's all you got. So I start turning around, then all of a sudden, like, it was like my ego was like, keep going, and then it was like, no, just turn around, you don't need to see the rest of that street. Like, I was like, okay. And that's when all of a sudden I get like a nick on the back of my sandal, and I look behind me, I'm like, to say like, oh, sorry, you know, like, whatever, I don't know, just be courteous. And there's this young boy behind me, and he was like, oh, sorry. And instantly I was like, he's safe, he's a good person, I know he looks like he's alone. And okay, noted. And then it was like, go talk to him. So I ended up just, you know, we ended up like kind of being next to each other, and we ended up talking. He's also a solo traveler. we ended up having an amazing conversation about mental health and growth and listening to your heart and following your spark. And we had some synchronicities too, like our dogs were both named Theo, which was so funny. But I just knew from the get-go, like my intuition said, oh, he's safe. He's a good person. Don't worry. You don't have to live in fear. Not all men are scary and bad. You can trust that. And sorry, my necklace is a little tangled here, but it's fine. And it was just a beautiful, simple, natural, kind interaction, and it just allowed me to even more, like, again, like signs and symbols, just trust that no GPS, no phone, no nothing, just trusting yourself, just listening to yourself, and learning how to, like, what's my anxiety voice versus what's my intuitive voice. And the more you practice and the more you're not just listening to the voice that's just being said, talked about in your brain, there's literally a difference. There's literally a difference. There's the version, there's the thoughts that are going on in your head, and then there's the thing that comes to you. You don't think of this. It just comes in. It just happens. That's what we're getting at. And it's like from a cellular level, you know, the cells in you say, oh, that one's safe. Or no, that's not. It's a deeper intelligence. I can't begin to explain it, but I absolutely know I can trust it, and I've been practicing to trust it, and miracles have only come out of it because that I'm in the flow, that I'm in synchronicity. And yeah, so it's just so wonderful. So I'd love to talk about it more. I feel like this is a very important topic and something that I think is really necessary and vital and supportive, and even just knowing that you have two voices in you. I mean, you have thousands, but just knowing that there's an anxiety voice, there's an ego voice, there's a, you know, this, like, you know, reptilian voice, whatever, this flight or flight voice, and then there's the intuitive, the rest and digest, this, like, deeper cosmic voice, or as simple as just heart, like something from your heart is telling you to say this, to do this, to whatever. I'm trying to keep it as simple as I can and not as woo-woo as possible, but because I love going in those directions. But I think for it's just another language. It's just another language for me to say the same thing. I think, like, and there's so many attributes to it that overlap, but basically this voice is that mammalian, like, that mammal, that sacred primal, that, like, divine instinct, that emotional, trusting, I don't even know where I'm going with this. It's basically your intuition. Just say that. When in doubt, just there's an intuition and there's your anxiety. Which one is which? That's the greatest gift, to start to unpack and decode and learn which one's which. And for me, I've been doing that for a while, and I will continue to learn and learn when my nervous system is a little tight, a little, like, more activated and agitated, and then learning how sooner, before it gets to those peaks, like, you know, now I can understand, oh, I'm just starting to feel a little overwhelmed, like, how can I self-soothe, how can I reassure myself, how can I anchor into something deeper, and just, like, be a little bit more calm within myself, and a little bit more caring, righteous, respectful. And then from a place there, then my, you know, prefrontal cortex can activate instead of that fight or flight, you know, which blocks this problem solving. So calm down enough, relax enough, honor yourself. You know, even if it's just a micro, you know, sometimes people's thoughts are really, really loud and obnoxious. That's okay. The point is to practice. We're not going for perfection. We're just practicing. It's just a muscle. It's just a new neural pathway that you get to experience and you get to practice. And the more that you do it, the more that you'll see, and the more that you can actually learn to trust yourself and therefore trust others who you know from a cellular level you can trust, instead of just letting anyone just come in and, come into your field and come into your space. No. Not everyone's allowed in this sacred space that you hold. Not everyone's allowed to, know your deepest thoughts and your truths, but you also have to let yourself be open to that cosmic chance that there might be someone out there that, wants to nudge you in the right direction and wants to show you love or wants to give you a smile down the street, and that's all okay. So practice nervous system regulation. Practice just starting to maybe question those spirals, those stories. Say, oh, I've heard that one before. Oh, I've heard that story before. Let me pause and just come back to my breath a little bit. Oh yeah, also, side note, they said, in my yoga teacher training in India, they just said only nose breathing, unless your body actually says, okay, now it's time for mouth breathing, then do that. But otherwise, longer exhales to relax the body, to go into rest and digest, stronger, faster inhales, longer inhales if you want to activate that movement. If you're a little lazy, a little slow, a little hard to get out of bed, whatever, then you use that one. But when in doubt, just keep practicing to trust yourself and trust that voice in you that really knows what it wants. Ask yourself, what do you really want? Not from a selfish point, not from a greedy point, but really from a, like, what do you really want? What are you really working towards? And then being okay with knowing where you're at and accepting where you're at and being like, yeah, we have a whole lifetime, it's okay. And then just keep walking that path of more presence, more awareness, being in the moment, looking around. Oh, this is a moment. I know I'm on my phone 24/7, but let me put it down for a second. So just be here. You're doing great. You're doing better than you think you are. You're doing so much better than you think you are and then you realize. So I'm giving you my grace. I'm giving you my love. I wish you all the best. And keep trying, keep pushing, keep knowing that there's two wings of the dove. There's the movement, there's the action, there's the doing, there's the impulse, there's the drive, there's the the thing on your heart that you have to take action towards. There's that. But then there's that other side. There's that trust. There's the flow. There's the things working out better than I could have ever imagined. How did that synchronicity happen? How did I meet that person just because I took that one action? If I never took that step, I wouldn't have met this person. If I never took the step, I never would have seen that view or whatever it is. So trust both. We need a balance. We have a masculine, feminine for a reason. We have the yin and yang for a reason. We have the sun, the moon for a reason. So, don't go into your mind. Go into your heart. Go into your heart. Rest and digest. Honor yourself. Listen to your heart. You're doing great. Again, better than you think you are. So, I'm in my little tent in Thailand. I have a couple more days. It's going to be beautiful. I'm going to do exactly what I've been saying and trying. Well, not even trying, just doing my best to just speak out loud what I know is true in my heart. And we're taking one step at a time. So, the force field of love may be surrounded by you. Bye. See you next time. I'm doing it. I'm posting. It's actually happening. So be good to yourself. Allow what needs to wilt to wilt. Let the thing that's wilting wilt. That's okay. That's okay. You can cry. You can let it out. You can be upset. You can rewire your brain to think however it needs to. You are the creator of your reality. You're the co-creator of your reality. So it's okay to feel sad that something's wilting, but know that the stars are still out every single night, and you have a chance to see that miracle every single night. Know that you're not alone. There's always someone going through exactly what you're going through in their own way, the same feeling. So, yeah, you're doing great. Trust yourself. All right, that's all I have. I could keep rambling on and on. Bye.